Hello and welcome back to the BSC Autumn Season 11 Round 3. We are at the wonderful Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. We're headed to a fun run. Very, very interesting track. Can be a little sketchy sometimes, but we're expecting a lot of fireworks, whether they're positive or cars crashing. We are not sure yet. Looking at about 71 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 miles per hour of wind, and only partly cloudy. One of the rare times we've done Bristol here with a daytime setting. Normally it's nighttime with Bristol, but we get a rare daytime adventure here. So we are here with myself, Kenton Sportak, and Dean Biggles. Dean, how you been doing the last couple days?
Good evening. Good. Ups and downs. Had horrible migraines as well too, which is horrible to do when you're actually doing production, because of the fact that you got to look at so many screens. But got better, and of course survived one of the neighbours had a house fire the other day, so doing a broadcast wasn't interesting with a bit of smoke barreling into my studio.
Yeah. A little fire, just keeping you warm, because Australia is known for being cold, especially getting into this time of year.
Yeah, hot.
Yes, that was going into your summer. What more do you need? A little more extra warmth? Come on.
Well, going into the schedule currently at the moment, here we are, Bristol, baby, as you'd mentioned.
We are.
For round 3.
Next week we head to Michigan, then Kansas, Charlotte Roval, before we head to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Talladega Super Speedway, Phoenix Auto Club, Texas Motor Speedway, and then the finale in Charlotte. I'm excited for the Talladega one. They want me to drive and cast at the same time, which will be very interesting to try and do. We'll see how that goes.
It's been done. It's been done in the Australian League that I do. There's a one of the Australian esports champions has done it, and it's a
super speedway, so a little easier. You're not having to focus. There's not much braking unless you're about to plow into another car. So. That'll be a lot of fun. But yes, and you can see standings are up on your screen there. So we have Alex Witt currently in the lead. This is for our third and final fall season of the overall arcing season. So Alex Witt in first, Noel Jackowitz in second, Dan Michel in third, Andrew Jamelin in fourth, Cody Kern in fifth, Joshua Keith in sixth, Blake Lewis in seventh, David Trogdon in seventh as well. Aaron Ziegler in 9th, Brendan McLaughlin in 10th, Brad Young in 11th, Trenton Kimmel in 12th, Joshua Kuhn in 13th, Anthony Radel in 13th, Terry J. Spainhour in 15th, Andrew Ziegler in 16th, and then in 17th we have Brusso, 18th is Eric Stuber, in 19th we have Terry W. Spainhour, in 20th Seth Pegg, 21st we've got Joseph Dim. Oh man, I butchered his name last time too. We're just going to go with Joseph. Don't make it any worse. Tied for 22nd, we have Dustin Mooney and Ben Ruse. 24th, we have Calvin Ross. 25th, Rod Sizemore. 26th, Travis Plato. Brock Shirley in 27th. 28th, we've got Zachary Lewis. And 29th, Sawyer Gara. And actually, Sawyer is here today, so he'll be looking to improve on his points here as we do come to the end of practice. And we will be heading into our qualifying. 5 minutes of qualifying, 2 laps. For today's race, they will be on 30% fuel. We'll have 5 tire sets, so 4 extras, plus the pair they start with, or the set they start with. Midday race, and 1 fast repair. In Bristol, that fast repair is probably going to get used by most of these people. So we will see how that all ends up working out. But yeah, we
Bristol,
are
baby, and you're going to need it. I mean, if you look at the real NASCAR, of course, there was a few drivers that needed that esports series as well too. It's a very difficult track, of course, very bumpy, and because it's so tight and narrow that if you got cars going around ahead of you, there ain't no runoff area like you get there in Daytona and Talladega and all that sort of stuff up in the infield. It's basically just walls and walls. It's like a Monaco, isn't it, of the ovals?
Yeah, that's actually, very apt comparison there. And you can see it from here. So the lighter gray is going to be where you're driving. The dark gray is going to be where you're crashing. And there's walls on either side. Really not a whole lot of escape space. And it's a very weird track. And typically, if you lose your car coming out of the corners, you kind of spin up or you slide up into the walls. I find here, if you lose it coming out of the corner, you actually kick down. And into those interior walls, the pit lanes. It is a double pit lane. We won't have to be using the second side, I believe, as far as I can tell. I think it's top 20, or you need 23 drivers to start using the other side, and we have 20 today, so we will be okay not needing to use that, which should help out a few. Lydia, Spainhour, go TJ and Brad, and Billy Cooper. Let's go TJ and Brad. Welcome in, guys. Hope everyone's doing well with you. But yeah, as you can see, qualifying underway here. We do have Armin Baruso in his wonderful little 11 car as we make our way through, as then he goes right into the pit lane. Yeah, you can see pit lane's kind of dicey. It is very banked, this track. You are looking at, I believe it is, so it's a gradual banking as well. So 24 to 28 on those corners, which is quite aggressive. You can see how banked this is, and this is going to be your lower section, which will be closer to that 24 degree, whereas up on the high end of things will be about 28, where Dan Michel is currently. And then on the straights, you're looking at about 4 to 8 degrees, depending on how close to the line you are, or the wall. Downside to this track, that 28 to 4 is real tight and real sketchy to come out of. Saw a few people sort of riding around the top lane trying to see if it's viable, and as soon as you come off the top lane into this front, or off the top lane of the corners into a straight, the car just goes around. So probably not going to be the best way to sort of try and run this track. It's very much a almost dime into the corners and try and stay low as you can.
That'll be the drivers just finishing up some of their qualifying at the moment, so we won't spoil the qualifying order surprise. It's a short track, so it's very difficult to even show you. We try to show you as many cars as we possibly can, but we'll get a chance to do that during the race. Not a problem. With 19, perhaps 18 or 19 drivers, I'll be wrapping up qualifying any second now, of course. And a big shout out to everybody tuning in. Please give us your input during the race as well too. We'll try to show you your favourite drivers, and we'll try to give you feedback about information about the drivers as well, as much as we possibly can. Any surprises here? What are you expecting for the 30% fuel, of course? So, and we got a stage break.
The 30% fuel will be and the 30% fuel will be a little interesting. I don't think they're going to easily make the stage break on one, like, without having to stop. I think they're going to have to stop. Actually, I'm almost certain they'll have to stop here, because that's, I mean, 90 laps on 30% fuels. I mean, laps here are 15 seconds, but it still is quite a ways. So I would be surprised if anyone made it off of a saving fuel, especially though will depend also on how many yellow flags we have this time as well. So that could play a factor, but they should not be able to make it all the way without having to stop at least once. I think tire wear is going to come in to play the most. Your right front will definitely take a beating on this one. It is, if I remember correctly, I believe it's a concrete. Yeah, it is concrete, so not quite as abrasive as asphalt, but still not the easiest track for your tires. So that could also lead itself to a little bit of an issue, but we will have to see how it all goes. I think the update from the 4, as you can see on the calendar there, they had 4 total tires. They now have 5, just to kind of help alleviate some of that strain. So 200 laps, 5 sets of tires. You're going to be changing them as much as you can, but you got to be careful because you don't want to be on nothing but bald tires at the end.
Yeah, just this is my 3rd or 4th time this week that I've actually had to broadcast races at Bristol, because a lot of the NASCAR series just like to do that. So to let everybody know, in those, from my experience from that, just 10 or 15 lap differences in pit laps with the tyres is huge in Bristol. It's so much more traction. So, as you mentioned, not going to be so much of a fuel situation. It's always a tyre situation with 5 sets available. Are you going to save a couple of those sets up your sleeve for the dying stages of the race or get late cautions? That's what will come into play, my friend. We have a grid.
Yeah, you definitely want to stay as close as you can on tires there. So, and yes, we are starting to grid. So, with taking pole position there, Dan Michel in first, Alex Witt in second, Brandon McLaughlin in third, Noel Jekowitz in fourth, Brad Young in fifth, Joshua Kuhn sixth, Aaron Ziegler in seventh, Nathan Skidmore, who I believe is new for this race. He just joined up, so he will be joining us now. He is taking 8th position, Blake Lewis in 9th, Andrew Ziegler in 10th, Cody Kern in 11th, TJ Spainhauer will be in 12th. We have Andrew Jamelin in 13th, Seth Pegg in 14th, Armin Brusso 15th, David Trogdon in 16th, Terry Spainhour Sr. in 17th, Joshua Keith in 18th, and Ben Ruse in 19th. It looks like Sawyer Gara did not join up for this one, unfortunately. He is in the session, but looks like he's not popping in for this.
Nice. Got through that quickly.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to go that fast. I thought there was going to be so many more. Threw me off.
No. Luckily, the drivers are still prepping themselves onto the track as well too. So obviously they'll just get 1 or 2 rounds before we get to go green. There's your manufacturers, of course. So we're going to fit all of the 19 drivers inside our timing tower here this evening. Fords, Chevys, Toyotas. That's it. That's all you have to choose from. Let's see. But as if you are just tuning in and you're not really aware, they are pretty much even Stevens when it comes to manufacturers. Personal choice, per se, and the way that the cars look. I don't think handling really makes any difference, does it?
No, they're basically spitting images of each other. The only difference is you've got 2 actual race cars and the Toyota Corolla. So I will forever despise the fact that Toyota uses the Corolla in
that's
Cup car.
Right. I remember you mentioning that before. Guess what, my friend? I think we're about to go green in a second. One more lap, actually, Barney says. There he is, race official with the flag here this evening. How many of those caution flags? So, should we jump in there and just take out the caution flags? So you can't throw one up? He's going to be sitting there looking for it. I don't have a caution flag, no. So we're just going to get green all the way. Well, we can't, actually.
I'd be okay with that.
He needs one at lap 90. We can
give it back at that point.
Yeah.
We'll run it over there, and then we'll steal it again. That way, the only one we have to deal with. But yeah, the lights are off on the pace car. We should be heading green. Lots of nice looking liveries again.
Oh yes, exactly. It's one of those special occasions, isn't it? That we have one of those liveries, custom paint jobs.
Green flag.
And there we are, and Dan Michel does get a great jump as he does take the lead. Alex Wood on the outside, going to try and slide down if he can. Noel Jekowitz also trying to go around the outside of, I believe that's Brandon McLaughlin. He actually was trying to slide in front of him. He does get his way in front. So far off to a great start. Dan Michel getting himself a good little lead there, both just over 0.4 of a second between himself and Alex Witt. Alex Witt running his peak climbing or peak game character livery. I don't know their names of the characters, but
Peak. Yep. Oh yeah.
I knew the Peak. I remembered that. I can't rember the character name. I think they all had a name. I don't know. Pink, whatever. The Pink Peak. We head in, and I see Brad Young's back to his normal, rocking a different Mountain Dew livery. He went through a nice phase of running only very different Mountain Dew liveries repeatedly. It was kind of fun. Every time was a different Mountain Dew, which made me realize how many Mountain Dew flavors there actually are.
Oh,
it's a lot.
First caution. It looks like Tezza. The 0-10.
Terry Spainhour.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if that's pretty damaged at the moment. He's trying to control it. That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll see how. And kind of similar to last broadcast there in Darlington, you're not going to get a whole lot of speed. So damage isn't really going to hinder your car too much unless you can't.
Oh.
Ooh, looks like he gets a little bit of a bump from Ben Ruse. Ben actually ends up with the issue. Terry just, I think, actually ends up in the end. Oh, and Joshua Keith in the background as well. So a few cars getting a little spinny, but Ben Ruse making a little contact. He starts the spins, and then a few cars as they're trying to come off the corner, just unable to keep it going. He, ironically enough, stays out of the walls. Of course.
Seeing Brad
what more do you want?
Having a moment as well too, but I wonder if that's just because their cars are going so slow under the caution. I hope he hasn't hit anybody. No. Yes, he has. Oh, that's probably counted as contact.
Little bump with Bremen.
Back to live pitches.
Little brake check. Make sure he's staying awake.
First caution. Estimations out there in the chat as well too. Guesstimations of cautions. Please don't guess into the 20s again, like we had in the first round. 24, I think we had gone for a record. Here's Seffi coming into pit road. Now this is an opportunity to do a little bit of a splash because you're all bunched up anyway. You're not a lap down. Steph's going to go in there. Is he going to take tyres? It's too soon to take tyres, isn't it? It's going to be a little splash and dash.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, a little splash, get some extra fuel in there, and then keep on running out. I mean, it's obviously it's Seth Pegg. He's going to go for a record like he always does of trying to get as many pit stops as he can.
Yeah, I just actually DM'd there. So Seth, if you're watching it back later, of course, I DM'd him and said, why aren't you in the Australian NASCAR series? Because, obviously he likes driving in NASCAR here and the BSC. And so he'll get back to me about that one. But I'm sorry for everybody else here. It's only for Australians. We just try to keep the lag down on the server. Anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I see how it is.
If you want to have a high ping and then get netcode all the time, perfectly fine. Welcome.
Just trying to, I'll just be at the back like I normally am. I'm very good at last place.
Actually, I think that they do open up on some of the other ones, but anyway. But we're here for the BSC currently at the moment.
Yes, Seth, it does join up in the back here. It looks like lights are out, so we should be going green right away here. We'll have Dan Michelle taking us out as we enter the... It's not Geico restart zone. I don't know who this restart zone is for. Can't read that, but Dan Michelle gets a great jump. Alex Witt on the inside. Noel Jackwitz unfortunately drops behind for himself there, but he does stay ahead of Brennan McLaughlin. Brad Young a little bit further back, trying to reach in. They're moving way too fast for that. For me to be able to see what the restart zone is on here. I'll have to check that out later.
Yeah, they have updated a lot of the stuff with the iRacing. I can't remember what it's called, but it's obviously not Geico anymore. It's been replaced by a new sponsor.
It's in green. That's all I know. As we are too wide. Quite a few cars back. It looks like two. Nope, Cody Kern is all good, and I believe that's the 27. That's Blake Lewis in the Coca-Cola Classic, or Coke Zero, actually. He's in the Coke Zero this time, as he just behind 23 there of Cody Kern.
Thank God there's no Dr. Pepper. It drives me nuts.
You don't like Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Medicine, no. Oh. Thank you. If I want medicine, I'll keep it in the medicine cabinet. All right. Each to their own.
Yeah, that's fair. Dr. Pepper is, I enjoy it. Maybe it's the Australian Dr. Pepper's just no good.
No, I live in the States, Michael.
That's true, that's right. That's fair. Alex Witt here as currently in position 2. Started in position 2.
Brad Lang's going around.
Nice and smooth. Ooh.
Oh, he saved it somehow.
It's a single car.
Yep.
I think a little bump there on the back end, but he does save it. He is still going forward as we see Brusso go around him and Brad's dad there in TW Spainhour. Noel Jackwitz does move up and get himself into third as he is trying to get himself ahead of Alex Witt. It's not an easy track to pass on, unfortunately. You kind of have to wait for the guy ahead of you to make a mistake. It's really your best option, your safest option, unfortunately, because it is a little tricky. But it's possible, but it's not easy.
You've got to climb over Alex.
Yeah.
Reach the peak, my friend, of the 594 and get your way up to Dan. He's got a bit of a commanding lead at the moment in this race, but of course it is going to be about preserving those tyres as well, so you can go out there and just chew through them too quickly, and you're going to find yourself in the clutches of the rest of the drivers a little bit later on. So you've got to have a little bit of patience. Lap 19 of 90 for stage 1. Of course, we're going to go to the big 200 to wrap up the race. Go back to the moment. TJ's in a little bit of a battle there with Blake Lewis and Andrew.
Andrew Jamelin and Blake Lewis in the 90 there of, I believe, the 90 is that Aaron? Andrew Ziegler. I knew it was one of the Zieglers. As these guys and our new driver in Nathan Skidmore, all nice and close. Definitely in striking position for trying to take over the next spot there.
U.S. Air Force.
But it's nice looking little livery there. So we make our way through lap 22.
F-35s. Oh, side-by-side action. I was going to say, give me parking one up in the garage. Oh, gets it out of shape there for the 90, but gets back into. There's going to be a bit of pressure there from Nathan Skidmore at the moment. The 96 now, because you make a little mistake around Bristol and you get punished.
Yeah, it definitely is a space that if you make a mistake, it will compound very quickly. Because one spin into the wall, you get your wheel a little out of alignment, and it's just going to get harder. As you see, this Blake Lewis slamming into the wall on exit. Not the best option. Probably don't want to do that too many times. You can see, big move out of Andrew Ziegler as he slips underneath Blake Lewis. Now they're side by side as they make their way through into turn 1. Now the inside lane is definitely going to be a little quicker in or out of the corner. 27 though, able to hold Blake Lewis. He's still holding on to that. Ben Rue's just behind them. Same with Skidmore as both of them. Ben Rue's getting a little dicey, but he's able to hold on to it, staying ahead of Skidmore there. As we make our way through this nice little battle going on. It looks like, unfortunately, tires might be a little screaming for Andrew Ziegler as he's getting a little squirrely coming out of those corners, and Ben Rue's actually slides underneath him. He's actually going to take the position away from him.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're getting no traction and out of the exit of 4. That's a classic one that happens with Nathan. Call the caution. Call the caution out. It'll be no. Believe it or not, we're still green.
Single.
There goes the race
single
leader.
Car.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if it's a solo spin, it's you're kind of on your own and you got to battle your way back. Thankfully. Well, there he is, actually sliding to pit lane as Terry's in there. Oh, we have another car sideways, though.
Whoa!
That is Armin Russo. And he's not in a great spot. I think he just jumped. Oh, no, he's not jumped back to the pit lane.
He can't move at this point. He's got to wait because he's in a dangerous place.
I was going to say he could back up, which would have been smart. Just get out of the way. Is he? See, he almost met Trogdon, but yeah, there we go. All right, we're back. We're back going. He spun it, looks like, by himself as well. He'll get his car back up to speed.
Maybe because he reacted to the spin before there, but on the exit here, he's lost it there.
Oh, no, yeah, just loses it, spins it. Keeps it out of the wall, though. So that's definitely a bonus. The fact that no one hit him is actually incredible.
Amazing. We saw that, actually. We're on board. We didn't expect to see a car stuck in the middle of the road. But them's the brakes, of course, but don't apply the brakes around here, otherwise your rear end will lock up. And there's another spinner on the inside. Now, who is that?
Yeah, and there goes... That's Terry W. As he goes for a little...
He's going for a toe.
Twisty. Yeah, he hops back into pit lane. And now we've got this little pack of 5 back together. Trogdon's there. I believe Skidmore is a couple laps down now as he had gone into pit lane just to get some quick little repairs done. So he did hit that inside wall pretty good, but doing the smart thing, stays low, stays out of the way. Let kind of the laps, or the drivers that are ahead of him go. A few drivers making some moves. Ben Rue's up 9. Oh, there goes Blake Lewis.
Yeah, just saw the end of that spin there for the number 27. And this is the reason why.
For there to be a safety car that has to have been in contact with the second car, so... See what happens between him and Ben. Oh, Ben goes for a late little dive. It looks like a little bit of net code more than anything.
Yeah, I didn't actually know that, believe it or not. Oh, and all the NASCAR broadcasts. Well, Bristol, is it specifically that you have to have contact with another car in order to...
No, that's this league.
This league.
They made that a rule.
That's why. Okay.
They made that a rule, so like if someone just basically it was to try and deter someone who goes down a lap or whatever from just spinning out.
Is that set by iRacing or somebody manually calls that?
Nope. That's ours. Yeah, for the most part, they're manually called in this league.
Right.
We've got 3 people that all can call them. So
perfect. Because that's why I thought I'd never heard of that rule before. I'm thinking I've done many leagues where I've seen, just this week actually, where I saw a couple of solo cars have a little moment and it caused a caution. I actually like the fact that's really nice that they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Have 2 cars contact in order for it to cause a caution.
Yeah, or be in like a super dangerous spot. So like Brusso, there was space to get around him, but if like he had spun and was around like a corner or something and you couldn't see it, then they would call it. But yeah, for the most part, unless there's a second car involved, or like in this case, Benner's, that little bit of a bump, even if it was netco, just because the second car is involved in some capacity, that's when they'll call the yellow. So like I said, just deters people from going down a lap, spinning themselves out, so they can just get put back on the lead lap again, even if they shouldn't have been.
Nice, and there's your premium race control, the admin box up in the top right hand side. So get pre-programmed controls there, multiple mounting options and buttons. It's built by iRacers for iRacers. You can get it at adminbox.com. About proud sponsors here this evening, of course, of the BSC autumn season. I always forget autumn because we're in spring in Australia now. But
yeah, the opposite.
Speaking of Australia, here's an Aussie, my friend, up 13 places currently at the moment. Seth Pegg that we were talking about here. But he's last time he went down to pit road was at lap 7. Most of these drivers just come down now on lap 36. So he's going to be a little bit of a sitting target, my friend, on these tyres once they go green.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to say Seth, Dan, and Brendan McLaughlin all did not take tires. It looks like Noel did, and then TJ did not, and then everyone else kind of did. I think Josh Kuhn didn't. For the most part, quite a few people did.
Tires? Oh, you mean
sorry,
the tires. Sorry, when did the pit road?
Yes,
for gas. Sorry, yes.
No, sorry. But we are going to go green right away here, as Seth will take us out. Dan gets real nice up and close, just has a nice little conversation through the window with Seth there. Seth driving Bliss, Team Bliss. Oh, yes, I do remember this livery from before. Alex Witt a little boxed in right now. Let's see if he's going to be able to, as it kind of starts to thin out. There we go, as we start going single file once again. So he's going to have a little bit of work cut out for him as he tries to get around Brandon McLaughlin there. Dan Michelle already trying to get around the outside of Seth Pegg. Seth Pegg, it's not giving it up easy. But it looks like Dan is going to overtake him. Now he's got Noel sniffing on the outside as well. Seth Pegg does hold him off for now. Look like a little bit of a switchback gonna be made, and that's gonna bump Seth all the way outside, and as Alex also tries to sneak underneath, and he is going to as well. So Seth probably looking like he's gonna need to hop in pretty quick here, as those tires are a little not happy. I think, if I remember, I think Alex took both sides. I think Noel might have only taken one. He had about a 13-second stop, like one side tires, which is something you can do in NASCAR that you can't do in a lot of road series on this. You can just take right sides or left sides.
Yeah, you can. That's right. Exactly. So you can elect to keep some of those tires for later on, but it just depends. They'll give you a shorter pit stop time. And there it is at the moment. That will show you the difference. And Steph's down to P6 currently at the moment, falling down like the song to the Tom Petty song, free falling. But, he will have an extra set of tyres up his sleeve for later on. That's a bit of a strategy play that some of those drivers can do. As I said, you get a lot of late cautions and stuff like that, then that can really come into play if you get some good grid flag running. That's the current situation here at Bristol round 3 for the BSC autumn season, and we are 48 of 90 before we go to a caution, guaranteed at lap 90 for the end of stage 1.
Yeah, get nice and close on that one. See how that plays out. But so far, it's pretty good driving.
Oh, they're taking advantage of that traffic up the road too for Alex. Yes.
They've kind of run into the back of Brad Young. He's going to get himself boxed in a little bit. Not really anywhere for him to go. See if he's riding the high line coming out of these corners. Not the easiest. So you got to be very careful with that because it can cause you to spin out. But that is going to be a yellow flag there. I don't know where from.
I'm seeing Seth going slow here. I wonder if he had contact to the wall.
That front right looks a little dinged in.
It does. I'd say that may be what it could be, unfortunately, for the Aussie. Because We'll see here now. Contact there.
Oh, the 60 of... actually, I don't even know who our 60 is right now. We've got some guys with some new numbers. I got to remember. Aaron Ziegler, that's right. Yes, Aaron Ziegler gives him a little bump, and he ends up in the wall. Takes a little bit of damage, but we did talk about that fast repair, so you got to kind of decide if it's worth taking now, or it depends, I guess.
I would save
how much damage there was.
Yeah. Just, I mean, unless you're going to go like 20 or 30 laps down on the damage clock, you've got enough cautions here to just chip out a little bit of those repairs there, deal with the car until the next possible caution, chip out those repairs and so forth, you know what I mean? But save that all-important fast repair up your sleeve later on in the race, because you could have a lot of damaged cars out there that already use their fast repairs, and then you're sitting there and go, well, I've got mine, and then your car's spick and span, brand new, just like that new car smell that you get into it. And then you're going to find you are charging through the field while everybody else has, got some beat-up cars.
Yeah, the last thing you want is to be one of those beat-up cars. Definitely want to keep as many as you can in functional order.
Not too many drivers, even the best in the world, can get around Bristol for 200 laps without at least scraping their fence a couple of times, mate. Not too many.
Yes. Unfortunately, still a thing you can deal with. But if you can avoid it, the longer you can avoid it, the better. Personally, I think it's better.
It is. But you'll be scraping some of those fantastic trading paint liveries off here that we have this evening. I think we've gone through most of the field. We'll get a chance to go through on the next caution. We'll go through one by one. We'll get through half the field. We'll go to say 10, and then we'll do the other 9 or so. And we'll focus on have a look at each one specifically. Anyway, before we do that, we've got to get to go green flag racing again to get ourselves to that lap 90 to get stage points for some of these drivers.
Yeah, so getting close to it though. Alex Witt is our current leader. Had only 3 cautions, a couple lead changes. It says only 1, but we've had a couple.
Doesn't count the ones in pit road and stuff like that. There we go.
But Alex Witt once again doing his thing and getting a massive jump right off the start as he immediately gets about a 3/10 of a second lead, almost instantaneously. See Cody Kern, we'll have to have a chat with him. It might be someone's special little day, so we'll have a chat with him possibly on our next caution here, unless it's stage break, in which case we'll chat with Alex or whoever is currently in the lead, or whoever ends up in the lead once we hit stage break there. You see Dan Michel a little bit further back. He's got some traffic to contend with as he tries to make his way back up to the front. Hoping to sort of stay as out of the way of that as he can. Let's see, nice little crew. TJ, that's TJ in the Duracell battery-looking car, the Copperhead Racing. As he has made his way up a little bit in the 86 there, just ahead of, I believe that is Joshua Kuhn. Dan Michel having made a couple spots as he gets past Andrew Jamelin. Now we're trying to hunt down Joshua Kuhn there.
You watch him slicing his way through this field at the moment. He went down lap 50 on that last caution. But there is another caution. And that is the number 18th spot here. Brad Young has come together, I think, with Nathan. The 33 actually come together with David.
Trogdon there.
Trogdon, yeah. Let's have a look what happened here. Oh, there's spin into the wall already. Oh, just nowhere to go.
I think that's Andrew Ziegler.
Yes,
I believe is the 60. Aaron Ziegler, and then collects Trogdon, collects Peg, collects Brad. Is he gonna almost collect Skidmore? But that'll bring a few people into the pit lane. He just gets a little squirrely coming out of the corner. Does he catch it? Yeah, no, it just loses it coming out. Ben Ruse is right there. Nowhere for Ben to go. Nowhere for the 90 of Andrew Ziegler. So little brother on brother crashing there. And then yeah, unfortunately for the cars behind, definitely nowhere to go. Rather unfortunate. Nothing, no malice there, just unfortunately loses his car. With that, though, where is he? Okay, Cody is on track, so we're going to quickly actually bring Cody in here. Just have a little chat with Cody, as it is someone's special little day.
Hello.
Cody, how's the birthday driving going?
So far so good. Haven't been involved in a wreck just yet, so we'll see what we have in store for the rest of the race.
Fair enough. Knocking on wood as hard as you can, basically, just to keep that luck going. For sure. Well, you started 11th. You're currently 3, so it's working.
Yeah. Made a good choice to pit on that second caution, and then good lane choice gave me a spot with some guys around some older tires in front of me that I was able to get out in front of. So I'm just gonna try and get to the end of the stage and without incident. That's the goal.
So is it your birthday
that's
today,
always
is
the
it,
goal.
Cody?
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay. All right. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday. So anyone in chat want to give him a happy birthday, feel free to do so.
But I do appreciate it, guys. But yeah, we're about to get back into it here.
I'll let you back at.
Yeah, we'll let you back in and enjoy and best of luck.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Anyway, and that will perfectly timed as we go green. He actually gets himself a good jump. He jumps Noel Jackowitz there and is up into P2, so he gains a spot. You know, commentator's curse reversed as we give him the extra position. And we do have TJ actually trying to make a move on Noel Jackowitz as well. And I've been informed about 55 laps is what fuel will get you. A full fuel run will get you.
TJ, the copper 86 into the fence a few times there, but how much damage is there going to be on that? He's going to be hugging that fence a little bit. It's, I don't know, we'll look at the steering wheel. He's just going to say up hide and wide at the moment, just trying to get some more speed back into the car. 3 wide, not much space around here, gentlemen. The 83 sneaks through, 65 on the inside. Wow, fantastic racing. We're going to have to go back up to the business end too, because we've got Dan and Noel.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Noel Jackowitz comes a little squirrely out of the corner. And that will be a caution. Ooh. Blake Lewis involved once again. It's unfortunately been a day for him.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, not much of a turning circle in these cars, so they're not designed to do turning that much.
No, they are not made to turn very well. And I've actually been also informed we have another birthday today.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I'll put him in for a chin wagon and right now, or a second if you want. Actually, wasn't his fault.
That's Brennan McLaughlin. Yeah. McLaughlin comes in and unfortunately collected Blake Lewis. And I think this is the second time Blake's been just unfortunately along for the ride. So, yeah, it looks like McLaughlin just kind of...
That wall just comes
a little too much speed.
Closer and closer and closer. Oh, no, didn't even hit the wall, just in the acceleration.
A little too much throttle off the line there. But we'll see. Let's see if I can track that. There he is. How are we in? Yeah. Is he going into the pits? I don't know if Terry is coming into pit lane here. He is already in the pits. We'll quickly... Terry W. Yeah. So I hear there's someone else who's got a birthday, Mr. Terry W. Spainhour.
Hello.
I hear it's your birthday today.
It is.
So I feel like we've got to pull you in too, since we had Cody in for his birthday. We pulled Mr. TJ Spainhour in for his birthday. So we got to call you in for your birthday. Got to keep it going. I don't have James here to sing for you though.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here in the pits watching everybody go around.
Had a little bit of a tough day today.
Yeah, it's not working out too good for me.
Oh, you got a lot of repairs at the moment, mate? You got to see me sitting in there for about 16 minutes. Did you already use your fast repair, or are you just not electing?
Yeah, I'm just done. I can't hold on to it. I'm loose coming off of every turn. I'm basically spinning every time. I just try not to wreck every lap, so I just parked it.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's Bristol. Bristol's brutal.
Yeah.
It's no
And it's
no
so
friend
hot.
of anybody.
And
Yeah.
the track, I don't know. I mean, it's like coming out of the turns and it'll just snap on you for no reason. I mean, I'm nowhere near full throttle and I'm just, I'm like, yeah, I'm just in the way. So,
Well, you get a
I
great
went-
seek. Did they order hot dogs
Yeah.
to your car?
nah,
Some smoky?
got cold beer.
There you go. There you go. Just send your crew chief over to pick you up some snacks.
Tell everybody I got some extra set of tires if they interested.
Oh yeah, you should sell them, mate. Put a bid in for the drivers and say, okay, we're going
Yeah,
green.
get still extra $20. $20 a tire, not even a set, just one tire.
One tire. Yep.
No. So, alrighty. Well, we'll let you enjoy the races. Obviously, we are back going green, so we'll head on back to that. But we'll hopefully next week goes a little smoother for you.
Yeah, let's go, TJ and Dave.
Exactly.
Are you spotting for anybody,
Exactly.
mate? Are you going to be spotting for anybody?
No.
else soon? No. Okay.
Nah, well, kind of for a bit.
Sounds good. Well, make sure you give them good call-outs.
All right, then.
Have a good one.
All right.
All right. Well, an unfortunate day for Terry W, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. You got to just go, you know what? It's not my day. I've had those. It's every time I race. So as we are
Sometimes
back
you bite
in
the
green
bar,
out,
sometimes the bar bites back in this case. So his bar is Bristol, but he's sitting there having a cold one and enjoying it. And that's very admirable of a driver to do that as well too. Realizes he doesn't want to really spoil everybody else's race. Just can't keep the car on the track, including TJ Joshua actually, who did save it. And it goes to show you how tricky it is out there this evening. But yeah, you know, didn't want to spoil everybody else's party, but that's understandable. It is a little bit frustrating, but it goes to show you how great of a man he is to do that. To say, you know, I'm just gonna suck it up, Buttercup, and not spoil everybody else's party.
I'm sure he just wanted to get his birthday started early there.
Get a couple of cold ones in the fridge, yeah. And please sets of tyres, of course, available. Getting down to 14 to 13 to go currently at the moment. Alex with a huge commanding gap at the moment. Just got to keep that out of the fence. No traffic to worry about at this point because we re-racked them, restacked them. Dan may hunt him down here because Dan did go in on lap 50 and Alex went on lap 36. So whether Dan's got some better, fresher boots on here at the moment. But let's have a look at those times because
You might though.
we might get enough here at 12 to go. Let's have a look how much he's going to take out of Alex in this lap.
His last lap, he was a little faster. Still a touch quicker. Nothing too crazy, but was a little faster. Yeah, he's a couple tenths of a second quicker. Or about a tenth of a second. Ooh, then
Yeah.
dead even on that last lap. So he's definitely putting the effort in, and he should have fresher tires. It looks like on his stop at 50, it looks like he had about a 15-second pit stop time. So good chance he actually did take some tires on the last one. So he might have a little bit of fresher boots on, but we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, with Alex having gone in earlier for tires, if he's obviously trying to make it, so he only has to make it to the stage break before he throws on a second set. Dan, I don't believe, took tires during that big stop. Everyone else did, so he did take them on a lap 50 instead. Noel Jack was trying to chase down Cody, Mr. Birthday Boy, our other birthday boy, Cody Kern, as he makes his way through into the front stretch here. Like we said, not the easiest track to pass, but we've actually seen quite a few high-intensity passes happen today.
Oh yeah, you got to get your elbows out sometimes to get some passes done around here. That's what I found worked. You got to do a bit of bumping. It's as long as you're
Elbows,
not trying to turn
knees,
somebody
headbutt, whatever you got to do.
into the as long as you don't get into the fender, just into the turn exit or on the exit, you're not too bad. Because remember, most of this is actually a turn as well too. Those straightaways aren't very straight for very long, put it that way. But you will see good rubbing as racing around here in Bristol. Alex now. Oh, there's a caution. Joshua Kern Oh, there they are
there's a few
together.
cars. Brad Young involved as well.
Should hand that stage break, you would say, at the moment to Alex.
Yes. Yeah, that should be stage break. That should be Alex. I believe that will be stage there. So we will head into stage. Oh, just clips his rear quarter panel. And unfortunately, that is going to be Blake Lewis caught it. Josh Kuhn gets turned. Brad Young exists. So he had nowhere to go for Brad on that one. That's just a rather unfortunate positioning as he exits turn 4 there. He kind of comes up to the wall and there's just nothing.
No, that's what we talked
It's
about
just
earlier, wasn't
suddenly
it?
car.
No Daytona and Talladega runoff areas and stuff like that. You just got it's Monaco for an oval. Drivers will head into pit road as well too. Maybe Andrew might stay out on that because he did come back down on just a couple of laps earlier. So, but everybody else will go in and out, and that'll give you a chance, of course, to talk to our stage one winner of Mr. Alex, who's in battle at pit road at the moment.
Ooh. It's a good thing I didn't bring him in 2 seconds earlier, but Alex, congratulations once again on winning the stage break. How's it feeling out there so far?
Feels all right. Little tight, but I feel like I'm managing the tires pretty well. It's not easy to make overtakes, so it's definitely going to be about trying to maintain track position as much as possible here.
Yeah, overtakes have been very interesting to come, or very difficult to come by. We've seen some pretty exciting ones, but finding it easier just to stay out of trouble and do your typical get your big lead and just avoid everyone else.
Yeah, that's definitely the plan. It'll be nice if it'll shake out that way. I think, I guess it just depends how things fall with cautions and pitting. Make sure, we're on the right strategy.
Yeah, fair enough. How's it track temp-wise, or is it really chomping up the tires, or is it kind of just around what you expected it to be?
I mean, I haven't been racing with too much of a delta to everyone else's tires, but from what I can tell, it seems like there's not too much wear. It seems like if you have old tires, you can kind of run with people that might have a little bit newer tires, but we'll see. It doesn't feel particularly bad.
Well, that's good. Then hopefully we're able to keep going. As you've got Cody on your outside now, which means you guys are about to go green. So we will put you back in there. But congratulations on stage 1, and hopefully we'll be chatting with you at the end.
Hopefully. Thank you.
And that is Alex Witt, the winner of the stage 1. As we are going to be getting ready to go here as we make our way through the final couple corners before we head in. There's the safety car taking the most aggressive entrance as he possibly can. We enter the restart zone, and there we go. It looks like actually Dan gets the better of the jumps off the restart. The wonderful little scamp he is. He's always really good at the secondary jump. I will give him that. He always seems to get a better jump than you'd expect from the outside, but you can see on the inside Andrew Ziegler not wanting to give up that position. Looks like he might have to, as yet Dan does slide underneath. TJ, who had himself, Alex gets a little twisted in the back. Not sure if that was himself. It looked, no, there's no caution, so I'm guessing that was him. Ben Ruse also sideways. Not sure what happened there, but we'll have to, his front end is pretty banged up actually. So he's probably going to trundle down that pit lane. But TJ having himself in a little incident earlier, and he's back up into P3. Now with Cody Kern breathing. Going to try and slide underneath. That's going to slam me out. TJ goes up into the wall because he couldn't really hold that line, unfortunately, with Cody Kern still making his way, his nose underneath him on the going into that corner there.
And then bumps.
Oh, some nasty bumps on this track. If I remember correctly, I believe the entrance to turn 3, if you come in a little high, there's a gnarly one that just can send the car around if you catch it wrong or you have a little bit too much brake or throttle on at that point. It'll just send you.
Gnarly. Wow, that's what I haven't heard in a while. That gnarly was big in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, 90s. I'm a 90s kid, so yeah, I'm just going to pretend that that's why, not because my vocabulary hasn't increased since then. But I get called old all the time. I did an interview back in college for like racing, and they asked how I felt about our team winning whatever it was, and I was like, we were over the moon about it. My dad made fun of me for like a year. It's like, how old are you? It's over the moon, really?
I'm listening to Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be flying these drivers into the rest of this race. 103 to go because the stage 1 is done and dusted. Won by Alex Witt, who's currently running P8 at the moment. Most drivers went down on lap 87 at the end of the stage break. Well, we called the stage break was called basically lap 87. Andrew, in running in P3, he went down on lap 59, so he's doing pretty good at the moment. It's kind of like after a period of time, isn't it? Those tires, the fresh rubber kind of settles in, doesn't it? And then you don't really have a massive advantage that you did have earlier.
Yeah, if you're kind of able to hold on to the wear, little blink out of Cody Kern there. But if you're able to hold on to the wear, they almost seem to come back to you a little bit. Like it starts to wear, but then sort of catches it again, and you're good to go for a few more. And we'll see sort of how this plays out, because obviously he's going to be a little bit out of sync, having come in on 59. I think the only other person, it looks like his brother actually, Aaron Ziegler, came in on 58. Everyone else is in the 85 to 87 range. David Trogdon came in on lap 80, or sorry, not Trogdon, Nathan Skidmore came in on 85. Do have a couple in the pit right now. Armin Brusso has been in for just about 7 minutes, and Brendan McLaughlin been in for about a minute and a half. So trying to get some damage cleaned up for them. But Alex Witt, after his little incident earlier, looks like he is starting to reel everybody kind of back in. Makes contact with Jamelin. I'm sure that'll be a fun conversation in the Discord channel, as they are partnered there with Noel Jacklitz just behind them.
Oh, that's normal. That's Bristol racing right there. Getting into each other, but squarely getting into each other, not getting into each other, of course. Front panel to rear panel. That's when then you get right in there and do that police maneuver. You're going to end up turning your driver. But a little side-by-side door banging, perfectly fine. That's what you like to see here at Bristol.
Yeah, got to do what you got to do. Make yourself a little bit of space. And downside, obviously, is if, like you said, if you get that quarter panel and front. Looks like TJ had a little bit of an issue. Is lost quite a bit of speed. Didn't quite give it all the way up, but didn't quite have as much speed as he should have coming out of that corner. You definitely need to make sure you own your space, because otherwise you will get bullied basically out of your position there. Blake Lewis getting himself around TJ Spainhauer as well. So we do have Dan Michelle with a nice lead up on Cody Kern. Alex Witt trying to chase them down as well. So kind of a little bit of spacing between first, second, and third, but then it just tightens right back up for everybody else.
No, so you feel like you get a good exit and you want to put your nose in there, but the door gets shut. And then you go here, you get on the loud pedal, but then you can just see the rear engine starts to slide a little bit. And you go in, now you commit to it, and I'm just going to let you have it. Andrew's going to tuck in behind. You're not going to have the exit right there. In fact, Andrew had to try to cover off Blake on the inside, who may end up getting that position as well too. The high side, it can scrub off a bit of speed. However, it can be a little bit more kinder to your tyres, and that's what some of the drivers are going to start doing here at Bristol. You might think, well, why don't they just stick down the inside apron all the time? Well, you can, but you're also going to chew through those boots.
Yeah, it could definitely add a lot more wear to the tires, and if you're trying to tire save a little bit, you definitely want to try and treat them with as much tender love and care as you can.
We don't know too how much damage TJ has, because he definitely came out and had a couple of tank slappers of that fence a few times there, and you saw him drop back a little bit. So he could just be in that conserving those tyre moments as well too. He's not floating the fence as much as he was earlier. I think he's just backed off a little bit there to protect the 86. Going to keep you in the race. You want to see the checkered flag. That's your first priority here in Bristol. Second is wherever you see the flag. Again, good save. Actually comes back at the rebound. Blake. That's quite good, actually. I'm not quite sure if the drivers were working together there. So, okay, lift off a little bit. Let me bang back into here, straighten out, and we can go racing again.
Yeah, that's, not the way you want to do it, but it definitely worked at least. It kept everyone going forward. And then it does look like Armin Brusso is done. He just posted in chat, "I am awful. Thank God I have my one win. I can retire." So, Bristol treating everyone with the same amount of love. A rough day at the office for a few of us.
I like the positive attitude. Like, I've got my win. Yeah, that's it. Hanging my boots as Joshua has a little inside there. He wants to sign some autographs down there, and thankfully he's good to go. I think that steering looks like it's okay.
Speaking of signing autographs, Seth Pegg has been down 6 times today. So he is currently leading with Josh Keith hot on his tails with 5 pit stops so far.
Ben Roos.
That is Ben Roos. He's got some Ross Chastain going on.
Yeah.
It doesn't work nearly as well as it used to, but it's definitely still a thing. As he does get past, it looks like that is going to be Joshua Kuhn as well. Both of them a lap down.
There's Josh.
So I believe it's our
and there's Alex.
top 11.
So squeeze himself up at a P2. Whoa. Oh. Now, we're not quite sure if we get that P2 currently at the moment, as Andrew has had a little off moment there for the... Oof. Oh, bang. Yeah.
That's
steering
leader there.
A bit buckled. It's buckled down.
That was Dan Michel, the leader, making a little bit of contact.
Contact from...
I think he was trying to stop. He was going into pit lane, and TJ was all the way down there and didn't realize it, and he just kind of came right in front of him. Unfortunate. Oh, and then Skidmore loses it a little bit as well. I thought he was going to keep it to the wall, but unfortunately makes a little bit of contact.
Yeah, we're going to have live pit stops currently at the moment happening. We're going to take advantage of this caution. Let's have a look at Skidmore. Check up.
Yeah.
So you said it was TJ, was it, that accidentally hit him?
Yeah, the 86 as he comes around the corner, so you can see up ahead of him there, that is going to be the 90.
That's a late call for the pit road. Yeah, you've got to be down early. You can't just come across. I wouldn't say it's TJ's fault at all. TJ's just on the loud pedal. He doesn't know where to go at this point, does he? I think you'd have to call it out. It might be on the Discord chat saying, hey, I'm going down the pit road, but day late, dollar short.
Yeah. Oh, actually, let's see. And he did call it out in the chat to say he was pitting in. So it depends on how early that was.
Why wouldn't you be pitting on the inside? Why would you? It's like cutting across 7 lanes of traffic to say I'm going to take the freeway exit. You've got to get in.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that he kind of, because it looked like he was having a little bit of tire grip issues as he was coming through down the straightaway there. Okay. So he might have just kind of went, you know what, maybe I should just get in now, because he hadn't pit since 59, I think it was, something around there. So it might have been just like, you know what, these tires are dead, I should just hop in. He was hoping for a yellow, and unfortunately he did get it, but he was involved in it. So
does Bruce want to come and have a chat to us at all? If we're going to have a driver? Welcome to under the caution. We're probably going to have a few more at the moment. 7 foot at the moment caution isn't too bad at Bristol, really, at the end of the day. I'm actually impressed.
I believe before our record that was set in Darlington the other day, the record was held at Bristol.
Oh, okay. Well, we shouldn't speak too soon yet. We're good. Well, we've only got 77 laps to go now. It'll go pretty quickly. 7 cautions, so hopefully we might even get to the 10 caution mark. This will come into play once again, those fast repairs that I mentioned as well too. Then you get 1. So a lot of these drivers,
if anyone,
might be starting to think about using some of those fast repairs now if they haven't. And there's a few drivers out there with a few up their sleeve.
Green flag.
Our green Seth actually takes the lead as he had been on pit 121. So he came in very early on this, so he's going to have some good tires on him. Actually, no, he just did a splash and dash. So the car behind him actually has tires, or a tire advantage, as Cody Kern did take some tires there, but Seth on the outside looking like Cody Kern trying to make a move up, and Alex sitting behind there just chomping at the bit trying to make his move as well. As it does look like Alex is able to get his way past Seth. Andrew Jamelin looking like he wants to try and sneak underneath Seth, and there he goes, yep. And then Noel Jackwood's also going to try and do the same thing, but Seth fighting back against Andrew Jamelin, and we do have a yellow.
I'll see who it is. Saw some drivers looked like they were heading to pit road.
Oh, crap.
Down here. Was it Nathan?
Yeah, Nathan Skidmore looked like not sure what happened.
Oh, it's a spin before. The 77 just tags him. Nothing that Nathan could do. He's just a passenger at this one. So it was the 77 of Ben Ruse, unfortunately. Just got on that power down in the corner, isn't it? The exit, we've seen that before. And then the rear car, just no traction there, and tags 70. Yeah. That's the reason why we've just got that other caution. And did anybody else hit him?
Yeah, it looked like he came up the track here. One of them did. So there's the safety car. And then I'm pretty sure, Andrew Jamelin comes into him.
Yeah.
Terry Spain, tires sold out. He's already selling out of his tires. That's Terry W., who was offering his sets of tires in pit lane there.
And gets that perfect box too, doesn't he? So he gets that right at the front there. He can just gas it straight out there. There's nothing to worry about, of course, but there's no collisions in the pit lane anyway. Oh, wouldn't that be a nightmare?
Yeah.
Oh, spin out of pit road by
Brad Young, looked like.
Yeah,
and then TJ was the one coming out there, and there's the other brothers.
So Brad's going to light him up here. Yep, there you go.
Oh yeah, just punched it a little aggressively.
That's what Terry was telling us before about how he felt for him. He just goes, I just applied the throttle a little bit, and she just wants to go around. That's Brad just gave you a perfect example of how much horsepower these cars have, and then just feather the throttle, and then bingo, you're around. It's not easy. Not whatsoever. That's why we're up in the booth. Well, you can drive, my friend. That's why I'm up in the booth.
Sure, yeah, I can drive, not well, but I can.
I can't drive real cars.
I haven't driven a cup car in a while.
But they have traction control and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. There you go.
GTR.
I'm curious how much horsepower these cup cars have.
I used to have
670 horsepower in these new cup cars.
Oh wow! There you go. Wonder why they go around pretty easy when you hit the loud pedal. Let's go racing again. We have down to 69 to go, my friend.
Yeah, as we head in. So 670 horsepower from most tracks, reduced to about 510 for super speedways. With restrictor plates. Ooh, as Cody Kern gets a little squirrely coming out, that's going to give the opportunity for Alex to slip underneath him. Alex going to try and take the lead from Cody Kern. This is peak racing.
It is racing. It's brilliant.
As we are going there, Alex does take the lead. We do have the one of Noel Jackowitz right behind him. And Aaron Ziegler, that 60 car, just a little further back behind Noel. Being hunted down by Blake Lewis as well. But Alex Witt does take the lead about almost 0.4 of a second here. As they make their way through 65 to go.
There's those bumps that drop the car down. Feels like an elevation change on a roller coaster, isn't it?
Oh. It's pretty nasty.
Oh!
It just kind of disappears.
Ooh. The force come together.
Oh, and there's It's also really hard to recover on this track because of the corners are so banked.
They come up together here. Oh no, it's the 59.
Seth looks like he might have connected them.
Yep, you are correct on that one. Looks like Seth just got loose off the fence and then come down and said, well, I'll give you an early Christmas card. Come and get it. Here you go. Bang.
Yeah,
he doesn't actually hit the fence, does he? No, he
just kind of loses the rear end.
And there's not too much that Andrew could do on that one. And Joshua as well. Unfortunately, as you saw here. It's actually going to get tapped there. Yeah, and the 65 also. Innocent party.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. Jingling.
What do you do when you see
nowhere
a
to
car
really
do
go
that?
there.
You just playing it. Andrew did. That's the right thing to do. Just gas it and just hope that the car slips by and doesn't tag you. But unfortunately, it did. Alex now back into the lead of this race.
Yeah, he's going to take himself a nice little lead, which we know he can get himself great jumps.
And of course, if you are tuning in, we are only in round 3. Our schedule, of course, at the moment will take us to Michigan International Speedway, and then we go to Kansas, because I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. We will be at September the 30th. Charlotte Roval, Viva Las Vegas, Talladega, baby. The super speedway you mentioned there, a couple of night races at Phoenix Auto Club and Texas, and Charlotte for that finale on November the 18th.
Talladega needs to get itself a better nickname.
It's Dega, man.
I know, but it needs
What else
something
do you
more.
need?
Just Dega, like
Dega.
I mean, here you've got the
Dega.
last great Coliseum. You've got the the Monster Mile. Like some of these places, like
Lady in
Daytona
Black.
is the Lady in Black. Like some of the bigger races, like the more legendary like tracks, like they need better nicknames. Like we're going to Talladega. What's its nickname? Dega.
Shake and bake.
Really? Yeah, there you go. Call it the Shake and Bake. That's fine. I'd be good with that. But it just they need, some of them need better names. Like Indianapolis has the the Brickyard. Like Talladega just needs a better name, better nickname.
Green flag.
As we are green once again, Alex does get himself a fantastic jump. He covers off Cody Kern, sliding down to cover off Noel Jackowitz. Aaron Ziegler. Ooh, that's going to be problems. That's going to be problems.
Yeah, this is the part where caution's precautions, but still too early, gentlemen, because you've still got another 50-odd something laps to go. I wouldn't be necessarily going 3 wide just yet to try to gain some positions. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself having to need a few more fast repairs that you're not going to have. Oh, it was actually TJ. No, it wasn't TJ. It was the...
No, not TJ. That's Josh Keith? Joshua Kuhn, sorry.
Kuhn. That's
083. Did he just lose it?
Yeah,
Did he get spun? He's got space.
No, he looks like he lost it on the bumps.
Oh yeah, just goes around and somehow Dan gets lucky, and Andrew Jamalin doesn't.
Yeah, you have to pick a lane at that speed, don't you? You all you're gonna see is this full real time. Andrew's going to see this and go left or right. That's it. It's a 50-50. Flip a coin.
Yeah.
Even from that angle, it didn't look like he can go anywhere at all.
No, he was kind of committed to that one space, and it's kind of a pick and pray at that point.
So don't forget about Admin Box, the sponsor of the series, for your premier racing controls, especially for iRacing, so you can hook up all your buttons, you program them. They're going to make it all easier for you. It's already pre-programmed, you see, so you can probably customize them as well too. And then whilst you've got your racing rig, you can push all the buttons to say box, 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 Admin Box. You know, people ask me sometimes when I'm doing commentating, especially from states, they go, why do you call it box? A box. I was listening to the NASCAR, the Bristol NASCAR racing highlights the other day, and there was actually one of the Sheilas, girls that was down in pit lane reporting. She was calling it box. She wasn't calling it pit road. She was calling it down at the box here. So I guess it's catching on.
Huh. There you go.
Because I thought, what?
Americans not knowing it's called a box?
It's called a box.
Pit box?
Pit box. Yeah, that's what she was saying. She said that in the pit box.
Weird.
And I thought, wow.
And did they not normally call it that? I feel like that's just like the name. Maybe it's because I got into this via F1.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody's just
I don't know. Some of the other commentators that I work with in the States think it funny when I call it box. And some didn't know what it was. Back to green.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we are going to be going green as Alex does get himself, once again, a great jump. Cody Kern is going to cover off, but Aaron Ziegler looking like he's going to try and make a move, but you got Dan Michelle right up and Blake Lewis right on the inside as well. A little tricky through there.
Oh.
Pit stall is what apparently they call it down there.
Wow.
Explains why just Americans doing weird American things. Terry Spainhammer says, like I said, gives no warning, just comes out from under you. Yeah, seemingly. And a few times that's happened so far, where guys just losing the car with almost no heads up on that. Pit stall. Just pit box, sweat pit. Okay.
Yeah,
Americans.
what's the NASCAR highlights recently on YouTube, and you'll hear us say box. Tito's coming back to the field now. Maybe got a little bit of those repairs, or used to fast repair up to the 86 to get that speed back in there, or he's got the tyres up his sleeve. His last pit stop was 17 seconds, so I'd imagine he did take some tyres.
According to Armin, the track is actually quite hot. So I'm gonna actually, this is my new favorite thing that they've added, is all the weather information for the big update we had.
Bottom right, my friend.
It's yes, there's that one, but in the game itself, there's a 37-degree track temp.
Oh, this
right
should
now.
be showing the track temperature. I don't know what it's showing. It's 23.
I think that's just the air temp.
Oh yeah, I'll have to adjust that.
Yeah.
I thought I hadn't.
Yeah, it's 23 air temperature right now, so
Okay.
that is correct. But yeah, track temperature is 37 degrees right now,
Well, we'll explain a lot.
which is gnarly. That is, yeah, that'll be not so fun to drive on. You get zero grip on that. Yeah, the new update has been pretty nice for some things. Much fancier. It's all modernized. Much like our timing tower, been very modernized. All the fancy flags that come on as TJ looks to try and make a move on Blake Lewis, as they are trying to trace down. I can speak today. Dan Michelle a little further ahead there.
Oop. I'll fix that.
14 kilometers, yeah, see. To be
Yeah,
fair,
but-
okay, so I said 37 degrees Celsius. That is Celsius. I don't speak Eagles over cheeseburgers. So I don't know what it is in
Well, it's both. It's listing both.
American.
But, we're a battle at the moment.
For
between
yourself,
Nolan
yes.
and-
But for what I'm looking at, it does not tell me anything, unfortunately, in miles per hour. But yeah, my Cody Kern. Oh no, we'll just get past him. Oh, with a sneaky little slip under. He likes doing that move. He's done it a few times today. Now, Cody Kern, you got to make a choice. Do you try and defend with Aaron Ziegler coming behind you, or do you try and chase down Noel Jackwitz? And it looks like he's going to not be given much of a choice, as immediately Aaron Ziegler is right on him. So he's going to have to really commit to that, as Ziegler trying to go for his podium. Dan Michelle sneaks into the picture in that Bucky's 25. Did I say jealous devil? Jealous devil. I don't know what that is.
Oh, so it's bumper cars. If he gets
I
into him
did see
again.
it.
Yeah, jealous devil.
Interesting. Okay. I believe it is a charcoal for like barbecuing.
Oh, okay.
According to the first thing yeah, jealous devil. Yeah, okay. So it's a barbecue
Oh, careful, TJ, when you're coming up like that. You put your nose in the back of 27, you're going to turn Blake Lewis.
Yeah, you got to be careful. If you don't know exactly where their braking point is, it can be a little dicey. But TJ trying to sort of make a move. He does have David Trogdon right behind him too, which is you got to be keeping an eye on that rear. Just one of them. Armin Bristol says it's 100 degrees in freedom units.
You know, if you're in Celsius, that makes it easy. That's just boiling. 100 is boiling, 0 is freezing. Simple.
Yeah.
Whoa! And 33 is sideways. A little.
Yeah, that was a little sketchy for a second there. But yeah, he was able to catch it. I mean, if we really wanted to all be normal, we could all use just absolute, go with Calvin. Bust that out. Some science, what is that, science 30? They're in Calvin units.
Oh, yeah. Nice battle between Cody and Aaron Ziegler at the moment. That's battle for P3 and P4. Currently, at the moment, 23 in the 60 machine. You can see the pictures. Up 8. How's this? Ford, 1, 2, 3, 4. Currently in the moment in this race. 32 to go.
Now we're getting into the nitty gritty. You're going to see some people trying to make some moves here as Aaron Ziegler looking to try and get through. It's really hard to get in a pass on those corners. It'd be 310 degrees Kelvin, by the way. Just to really throw everyone's numbers off.
Yeah.
It looks like Aaron trying to buy his time, waiting for that mistake, and there he gets it.
Yeah.
Cody Kern gets a little slick coming out of that corner. Oh, but Aaron does take it really wide. He's going to have to, he does clip the wall. Cody Kern does battle his way back in front. If he's going to be able to hold it there, as we do have Aaron pushing up on the outside. He does get himself around Cody Kern, a little squirrely coming out of the corner. Dan Michelle now going to be trying to chase him down, but Cody Kern not wanting to give up on P3. Alex way out in front right now. He's got about a 4-second gap there. Sorry, no, 3 seconds, almost 4-second gap.
Yep, we'll be going into turn 1 in a second. There he is. And then look at that. 1, 2, 3. Feels like it's longer, isn't it? Until P2.
Yeah. It's giving us the Max Verstappen of the oval world right now with that gap. As we see Brad Young also slipping into pit lane. Everyone did pit on 121, so I believe most of these guys are going to have to come in again. So we did talk about 55 laps per thing of fuel. So that might start to rear its ugly head a little bit, as guys are going to have to start trying to decide when they can come in. So I think the only person who has come in, or there's only been a couple. It looks like Seth Pegg came in on 168, as did Brad
Cody.
Young. And Cody Kern going in now.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. Yep. See him on the inside. Is he going to take tires here now? Does he have extra tires? Green flag stops are always a little sketchier because he is going to take tires at least on the right sides.
Yeah, especially at Bristol, because you're a lap down.
It could be even 2, depending on how much, how quickly you got in and how smooth you get out. But
as Aaron's
Aaron
coming
Ziegler
down,
also coming in.
Yep. So that's that.
So now let's see if the undercut is going to be strong or not. It looks like Cody Kern's still in there though. It's kind of a long pit stop. He's about 40 seconds. He's going to be coming up on right away here. So he's been in there a little longer than I think he'd want to be.
Bounces off him into the. Uses Blake as an extra bumper on the outside wall. Dan's in now from P3.
Yeah, Dan coming in here, and that's going to allow a few people through, and then you can see this little clump of TJ. You've got Blake Lewis there, and then Seth Pegg just behind them. Seth has already come in. He did come in on 168, so he actually should have enough fuel to make it all the way through here. See what he's able to kind of.
Completely different strategy here, but the problem is getting held up a little bit too. Seth might take a 2-for-1 special. No, he's adjusting not to. If he's got the tyres, you'd have that traction on the inside. So he's got to be patient here. It's going to cost him some time, no doubt, battling with these two drivers, which are battling. Of course, our race leaders in, Alex. So that's the only problem when you do happen to have that strategy to come in earlier. And
is that going to bring out the yellow? And no, it is not. That was a solo, so that will allow it. But yeah, Seth Pegg is 2 laps down. So as is Jamelin. Cody Kern 4 laps down right now. He did spend a lot of time in there, but we do have Noel Jakowitz and TJ Spanauer coming in now as well. That'll be our top 2. Joshua Kuhn does take the lead. He was last in on 142, so he's probably going to have to come in pretty quick. Alex Witt, he is back out there and back in the lead. Currently
16 laps to go, but good Joshua. 15 laps to go. You wonder if you could stretch this right now. You'd be running on vapors. But,
yeah.
I mean, 142 was the last lap that he came in on.
Running on vapors and using his feet through the bottom of the car to keep running like the Simpson or the Flintstones.
Oh, there's a spin up there. Whoa.
Ooh, that's going to be bad for a few guys that are a couple laps down now.
So you think if Joshua comes in, Alex will take the lead of this race?
Should, yes.
Or Joshua, if he can run on vapors at the moment here, he can regain himself track position. With a shootout of probably 10 to go, you might have to risk it for the biscuit here.
Oh no, he's going to get held up and have to wait for the safety car.
Yeah. Let's just quickly have a look at the Dan Michael instance that did it just up the road when we're looking at it. Michelle, I mean...
Old tires and...
Yeah. Oh, it was contact actually for 30. You said that's right. You had to have 2 cars, didn't you, to cause a caution? And that was the contact.
He had cold tires coming out of the one corner, it looked like, and just wasn't quite able to get himself situated where he wanted to afterwards. And unfortunately, I think that was the 90 of Andrew Ziegler that went underneath him and just sent him around, and that'll be that. But Josh Kuhn is going to still be in the lead, but the problem is he still has not come in. So we did say 55 laps. He came in at 142. He's going to be hoping and praying that this caution lasts as long as it can. Right now, he does have the lead. Did he take tires in his last pit stop? It doesn't look like it. He only had an 8-second pit stop, so it looks like it was just fuel.
Surface temperature is what I needed.
Yes.
I'm just adjusting it at the moment, so I put tracks. I had track, but it's surface temperature.
Yeah, track. I assume they go with like air temp.
Yeah, air and surface. There we go.
There we are at the
97
cone.
Fahrenheit surface temperature, 36 degrees in our... And for the rest of the
in
world.
Correct units. That's why it's Celsius.
The world, yes.
That's why it's a C. Because it's correct. C for correct. F for failure.
You know that you got half the drivers here from Freedom units. So 90% of the field here, 99% of the field here is Freedom units. Because Seth is the only one that's in the other Celsius units.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, this is Joshua. It's up to Joshua here because I think it was yielding a potential race win here. Now, will he have the gasoline to go to the end? Will he have the tyres, obviously, to keep this position will be the key here. Let's go.
He's going to
Bristol,
be praying there's no green-white checkered. Praying there's no green-white checkered right now. That he does get a little bit of a jumped by Alex there. Alex is going to... goes in deep on that corner.
Alex
and then turns Alex.
Save it. No, it's going to be a collision. That'll be a caution.
That's
Maybe beef there. Maybe beef. He didn't want to yield the position, I can guarantee you that one.
who's that smoking up ahead too? I saw smoke coming out of a car.
Yep, somebody's blowing up. Trying to see who that is. I don't want to flip through this like a crazy person, so I'll see if we can just get that.
Andrew Ziegler.
Oh,
That's the 90 there. Yeah, you can see it just behind him. Yeah, that engine's popped, so that's gonna probably be his night.
So this is the.
It looks like. Yeah, Josh just goes deep.
That's that. You're allowed to bump, but you got to be up a little bit more, don't you? Otherwise, you are going. Now, Alex did his best to save this. Amazing save, but the problem is just the car sliding down. Then you've got the rest of the field coming out of the exit, flat out of turn 4, and of course they got nowhere to go with the speed difference of seeing a car halfway across the track.
What happened to the 90 there? I didn't see how he.
Bang.
Yeah, he had. Yeah, unfortunately, David Trogdon had nowhere to go, but I believe that's Ziegler. He just Oh, yeah, that's gonna. Yep, that'll pop your engine. He tried to avoid Trogdon, and on this course or on this track, with how banked those corners are, it's once you kind of hit that apron, you're gone. It's over. And you can see Trogdon kind of gets spun. He goes low. Trogdon spins down, tries to go back up, and bang. Yeah, once you rejoin, it's just nothing left. And then he gets hit by poor Brad Young on that one. That literally was nothing he could have done.
So Joshua gets to survive to see another day here, but once again, this is burning through that fuel. Remember last time he went down to pit road was now on lap 142. That's he's quite a chunk full of
praying that was the last caution.
Yeah, remember these drivers at the start of the show here only at 30% fuel and 5 sets of tyres. This is not too bad for his tyres at the moment because obviously you're not chewing through them under caution conditions, but you are burning fuel. Not as much under cautions and what you'll be on a green flag running, but he's still chewing through the gasoline, and whether or not he has enough to go to the end is a big question that we're going to have for remaining 3 laps to go in this race before we get into green white checker territory.
Yeah, as we head our way down the backstretch, final time before we get going green again here. Josh Kuhn can be hoping he can sort of utilize Ziegler to block Alex as best he can, hoping that it'll give him a little bit of space. As he does go green, Ziegler doesn't look like he gets nearly as much of a good jump. Alex kind of boxed in right now as he has nowhere to go. Ooh, Ziegler gets a squirrely little exit there, and now Alex trapped a little further back. Dan Michel, Noel Jackowitz all trying to push forward. Josh Kuhn holding this position. 2 to go here. Noel Jackowitz, little love tap as they come out of the corner there, but nothing. Still going forward. We're still going forward. As he does dive in underneath him. Looks like this is going to be white flag, so that's it. Yep. It is now 2 wide. Looks like Josh Kuhn, though, is now going to fall back. We have Noel Jackowitz, Alex Witt. Noel Jackowitz and Dan Michel as they come to the line. Oh. Noel loses it, but he does cross first.
He gets it. Wow.
And that will collect everybody, pretty much. Oh, there's Trogdon. He almost got through unscathed, but nope.
He will win the
and
race.
Noel Jackowitz just holds on as he loses it coming out of the final corner.
You wouldn't even barely do burnouts on that one, will he? But have a look at that. Checkered flag moment. Real quick there before you go show you the results.
Yeah, little bump from Dan. And then Dan tries to go on the outside, and I think he actually gave a little bit of a hook to, not a hook, sorry, a little love tap to Noel, and that sent him as he came out of the corner, but he was able to hold on to it, and he will take himself his race win. and some pretty decent donuts. Even props on those ones. Well then, I guess with that, take a look, and that will be Noel Jackowitz with your win, Dan Michelle in P2, Alex Witt in P3, Joshua Kuhn unfortunately wasn't quite able to hold on to it, but he did make it to the end on fuel, so he does get P4, Aaron Ziegler in 5, Andrew Jamelin in 6, Seth Pegg in 7th, TJ Spainhauer in 8th, Blake Lewis in 9th, Cody Kern in 10th, David Trogdon in 11th, Brad Young in 12th, Andrew Ziegler in 13, Joshua Keith in 14, Nathan Skidmore 15th, Ben Roos 16th, Brendan McLaughlin 18th, Brendan McLaughlin 17th, Armin Brusso 18th, and then TJW will have 19th. But with that, we will bring in our third place finisher. Unfortunately, had a little bit of an incident closer to the end than I think he would have liked. But Alex, how'd the second half of that race go for you?
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning there, it was going really well. Got a good green flag run in, went with the right strategy, but I mean, you just can't control when the cautions came out and just kind of muddied everything up there at the end.
Yeah, it was a little tricky, but you were able to bounce back from a little bit of an incident and keep it going. Did it have any effect on the car, or was it just kind of a little passing, sort of glancing blow, or did you have a fast repair and were able to kind of get in, get out, and go home?
Nah, the car was fine. There was no damage. It just, set me back, and track position's super important, so wasn't able to get back to the front there, especially just made the wrong line choice and got held up, so that's how it goes.
Fair enough. Well, headed to Michigan next week. Are you excited for that one? You think it'll be a little more fun, a little less caution-fested?
I hope so, but I missed the last Michigan race, so I don't know how it drives on this newer tire model and aero model. I'm kind of curious. I usually like Michigan, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it's not tight, but
we'll find out, I guess. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to the Breakfast Club, P1 for Noel. Good showing.
Fantastic. Well, we will let you go, and hopefully we'll be having a chat with you again next week.
Thank you.
All right. With that, we will bring in the sus man himself, Dan Michelle. A little bit of a love tap for Noel at the end there. Was accidental, yeah?
I didn't know where he was going. He didn't really make a decision to go high or low, so I went low, and then he just cut low. I mean, there's not much you can do at Bristol anyways. It's really hard to pass on equal tires.
Very fair. How did it feel otherwise? The whole race seemed fairly inconspicuous for you. You kind of were there, didn't have a whole lot to deal with. How was the second half then?
Yeah, similar to what happens every time I come to Bristol. Lap cars, when they get in the wrecks, they tend to not realize that they're still on a track, and the track is a high lane track, not a low lane track. So they like to drive backwards up the track and cause chaos. So I had some damage from the start of stage 2, and yeah, it was not fun. I was really annoyed after that. So the rest of it was just a recovery drive, repairing damage, and then just saving my tires.
Oh, you managed to battle your way back up to P2, so I'd say recovery drive successful?
For the most part, I was P1 when that happened, so I left one on the table.
That's fair. You excited next week heading to Michigan International Speedway?
Kinda.
I'm gonna take that
Draft
sigh
track.
as no.
It's a draft track. We're gonna be really tight in the corners. It's gonna be really hard to turn. Tires are gonna be probably exploding after 15. It might be fun. Really just depends. I like racing around Alex, Noel, Cody, and AJ, TJ. Everyone who usually is at the front. We race pretty good, especially on those tracks. So I'll have to see how the setup feels and go there.
Sounds good. Well, anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
You guys showing up. Everyone who showed up today for today's race. Short track, really rough. Typically have a lot of cautions here, a lot of wrecks. Admins, making sure everything's running smoothly. We did have that hiccup in the beginning, but they were able to fix it pretty swiftly, so it was good for them. That's about it. Everyone watching too.
Sounds good. Well, hopefully we're chatting with you again next week, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, and with that, we will bring in our race winner for this one. Did so with utmost of style, spinning across the finish line there. Looked real good, I thought. But Noel, how did that one feel for you?
Yeah, a little too much style on that one coming out of there. I figured Dan might have given me a little bump because we race pretty aggressively and friendly around each other. So we race usually a little harder amongst ourselves. So if he would have, I mean, it would have been fair game. It's final lap at Bristol, like good to go. Kind of just held on to the squeak of brakes there for that corner a little too long, and then just throttled out of it and said, "I'm getting to the line first." So it didn't matter in which way the car was facing. I was just getting there first. So a little over dramatic, but we made it happen.
Yeah, it looked like he gave you a little bit of a bump, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, definitely, we could feel the instantaneous just punch it and chewy and praise. So, but it definitely worked out. I mean, P1, you can't be too upset with that, right?
Yeah, we had a pretty long green runs there. It got a little rocky in some places, which is fine. It's a good continuation from last week. So happy to see some long green runs. Looking to keep those up, especially at Bristol. It can be tricky. This time around, it was all pretty much low line, but it can get real slick in the marbles. So for the most part, I mean, all around, like good showing for everyone and pretty clean.
Fantastic. Well, are you excited for next week heading to Michigan?
I've had an up and down relationship with Michigan and the 2-milers, so we'll see how it is this time around. Usually they're pretty fun. It's really wide. You can get a lot of side by side cars. So we'll see how it works out. But yeah, staying hopeful.
Sounds good. Well, anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, Breakfast Club on the podium. Cool to see, and everyone that came out. It's kind of holding steady at 19, 20 cars. So good to see a healthy field and people, kind of learning from the previous weeks and just coming out having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Sounds good. Well, hopefully we are having a chat with you again next week.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see you guys then.
See ya. All right, and with that, any final words from you there, Dean?
No, it's Bristol, baby, and it was a bit of a cracking race actually. We had a lot of good green flag racing runs. Of course, it's a few cautions. It tends to happen, doesn't it, around Bristol? But lots of movers and shakers towards the end as well too. That, as you said, it is running. The drivers had to fight their way back up through the field, wasn't it? Even Alex ended up finishing, as you said, in that P3 position. Joshua, with that strategy call, wasn't it? Just finished in P4. It could have been perhaps holding on to a podium, but you got to risk it for the biscuit, my friend, and that's the situation. How it all panned out, of course. And as you said, we got more racing to come in that schedule, don't we? We're over to Michigan next.
Yeah, heading to Michigan next week. Kansas after that. Charlotte, Roval, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and then off to Dega. Super Speedway, Phoenix, and then Auto Club, Texas Motor Speedway, and then Charlotte for the finale. So that will be lots of fun, lots of exciting racing. But with that, we will allow everyone to go enjoy the rest of their evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is where you're at. And hopefully we'll see you guys again next week for some more fantastic BSC racing. Have yourselves a great one, and hopefully we see you around on the next one.